Hello, welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for the Sunday morning edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my fast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you don't want to be notified by YouTube when I come on live, best thing to do is hit that bell down below, and YouTube won't notify you when I come on live. So what you should do, if you do want to come on live, go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. Also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. Let's see what we got here. Just realized I need to turn my microphone just a tad. There we go. Much better. So, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, sorry about yesterday. I know I've been, canceling the Saturday morning blast offs a lot recently. It's because of house hunting, is really what it is. I've been, so I rent right now, and I've been looking for a permanent place so, I can spread out and shit like that. And it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to find. And so there's places that pop up all of a sudden, say, oh, yeah, we're doing a open house on Saturday and that kind of stuff. So I'm like, shit, I got to go to that and yeah, got to prepare for it and everything. And so yeah, that's what kind of spirals out from there. Anyway, what's going on here? So a Disney Plus exec accidentally tweeted and then deleted it fairly quickly that the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus is coming out in May. Basically, he said, what did he say? Something like welcoming our new Kenobi series in May 2022, and then deleted it. So it was kind of funny. The Hollywood Reporter found it. There's a couple other places that also, found it as well and kept it for posterity. So we're probably going to see a trailer sooner or later. I don't know if it's going to come at the end of the Boba Fett series, but hopefully it will. I mean, well, the end of the Boba Fett series is this coming week here, so we'll see what happens, at that point. And yes, exactly. May is Star Wars month, May the 4th. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have May the 4th being the premiere date. Actually, when is May the 4th? Is that a Wednesday? Because that's usually when the Star Wars stuff comes out, is on Wednesday. Anything that is yeah, it's a Wednesday. May the 4th is a Wednesday. So yeah, that's almost a guarantee that Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out on May the 4th. So there you have it. All the new Disney Plus or all the original Disney Plus series come out on a Wednesday. I just looked at it, Stanley. It's a Wednesday. Literally just looked at it. Yeah. And May the 4th is a Wednesday. Yeah. 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 I kind of figured as much. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully we get a trailer fairly soon. And it should be a lot of fun. I mean, especially with what we're seeing with Boba Fett. I mean, the Mandalorian season 2.5 that we've got going on right now. So yeah. I mean, Cad Bane. I mean, we got Cad Bane up here, who is. I wasn't expecting to see him in the series. I know there was rumors about it, but I wasn't expecting to see him. I'm wondering if we're going to get any more surprises in, the final episode. But we'll find out. What else do I have going on? Well, so Masters of the Universe, there's a live action movie that was in production, I believe, over at Sony, if I'm not mistaken, or Universal or something like that. Well, that movie is now moved over to Netflix and they've cast Kyle Allen as He-Man. Okay. Sure. Hopefully this dude is bulking up because he looks like about as big as my forearm here. Uh, and they've changed the so Prince Adam is now an orphan who discovers that he's a prince, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to this movie at all. So Stanley says, I found he looked a little pale. He would have liked a darker blue. He's older, Stanley. That's what's going on. That's what happens when you get older. You get more pale. So he's talking about Cad Bane is what he was talking about there. So, but yeah, going back, Kyle Allen as He-Man. I'm not holding out any hopes for this. I mean, that's what we got. Masters of the Universe Revelations was a total shit show. The new kids Master Universe series, I stopped watching it. I watched like the first couple episodes, and I know it's geared towards kids, and I was just like, yeah, I don't need to watch that anymore. It still was better than Revelations, quite honestly, but not by much. So, and speaking of other casting news, Dakota Johnson has been cast to play Madame Web in the Sony movie of the same name, Madame Web. So Madame Web is a Spider-Man character, and again, Sony has the rights to about 900 different Spider-Man characters. That's why we have Morbius coming out next month, I think is when it is, or this month, I think. So so Dakota Johnson, Madame Web is supposed to be elderly, and they cast Dakota Johnson as Madame Web. So unless they're doing Madame Web the early years, okay, yeah. Penn says, do the writers know anything about He-Man? I don't think so. So, yeah. I really don't think they do, Penn. So, yeah, it's going to be a shit show. It really is going to be a shit show on that. I don't hold out hopes for that movie at all, and I'm fairly sure it's the reason why it moved over to Netflix instead of you're looking forward to Morbius? I'm not. It looks bad, and also it's got Jared Leto in it. So, yeah. I can't think of anything that Jared Leto's been the lead in that I've liked as a movie. No, I can't think of anything. The only thing that he's been in that I liked, and that was because he didn't play a huge part in it, was Fight Club. That's the only movie I've liked him in. That's it. He's the pretty boy who gets his face bashed in. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. The trailer looks bad for Morbius. It looks fairly bad. And they keep showing the same stuff over and over and over again. And that bodes very, very unwell for the movie when you keep seeing the same scenes over and over again and not showing anything else. So, yeah. And again, I'm not looking forward to the Dakota Johnson stuff as Madame Web either. And again, she's not a great actress. So, yeah. So Oscar Isaac, speaking of Morbius, he was actually in a podcast with not I don't know what it was. It was a podcast or a something that Jared Leto was hosting, and so he and Jared Leto were talking about Marvel films because, of course, Jared Leto's playing Morbius. Oscar Isaac is playing Moon Knight, and Oscar Isaac said that Moon Knight is going to be a limited series. Duh, because all of these Marvel things, with some exceptions, are limited series. So, we're getting a Loki Season 2, which starts filming sometime this summer, I believe, is when that's going to happen. We're getting, here and there, we're going to get some Season 2s, like Marvel's What If. Yes, we're going to get Season 2 off of that, and probably a Season 3, most likely. And they're also getting spin-offs as well. But some of the live action series aren't going to get it's going to be a one and done. Like WandaVision is a one and done. Her character is going to spin off into other things, of course. Loki, we're getting a second season, like I said. I don't know if we're getting a second season of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't think we are. and Hawkeye might get a second season, but I think they're just going to go with Kate Bishop at that point. So yeah, no surprise there. But from what he was talking about with Jared Leto, it sounds like he doesn't realize that he's playing Moon Knight for a while here. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Hit Monkey Season 2 is going to be coming out. Stanley, that was actually pretty good. First season was good. We'll see what happens with the second season. So this is kind of a weird one. Legends of Tomorrow, their season 7 finale is going to have, at the very end of it, they usually throw in, what's going to happen for the next season. So season 8. Oh, Donald Faison has been cast in a role that sounds suspiciously like Booster Gold. Now, for those of you who don't know who Booster Gold is in the DC Comics, Booster Gold is a character who in the Justice League, JLA Comics, is actually from the future. And he's from a future where pretty much everyone has superpowers, if you will. And he wasn't standing out as special. So he wanted to find his fame and glory by going back into the past and becoming a superhero in, or, the present time, if you will. And he's kind of a cheeseball more than anything else. I don't think Donald Faison is actually right for the role, and it's not just because the character in the comics is white and he is not. No, I just don't think he's right for the role. He's too old, and two, um, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the right temperament. Yeah. Booster Gold sounds like a cigarette brand. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Hit Monkey's a lot of fun, Pen. It really is. It's also got what's his face? Jason Sudeikis doing one of the voices. And Olivia Munn's doing one of the voices, and there's a couple other people too. So yeah, I also I want to say what's her name? Avasarla from The Expanse. I think she's a voice in there too, if I'm not mistaken. And also she's just been cast in that Nicolas Cage Nick Holt movie Renfield. And which I thought was kind of funny that she's actually going to be in that as well. So this movie Renfield is shaping up to be one of those movies I'm probably going to need to see, just because it sounds like absolutely batshit crazy insane. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's in that Apple Plus series or whatever. Apple TV Plus, Apple Plus, whatever it is. Yeah. One of the pluses. Mhm. Um the supernatural prequel, The Winchesters, as well as Gotham Knights, have both received pilot orders from the CW. So now the Winchesters is actually produced and being brought to us by the guy who played Dean, Jensen Ackles. There we go, and his wife. They're actually producing the show, and it's supposed to follow Papa Winchester and Mama Winchester when they were younger, before they had the kids and everything. And so it's a prequel, and I guess it takes place in the 70s, 80s, somewhere around there. So that's gonna be interesting. Maybe not. I don't know. It's the CW, so who knows? Gotham Knights, on the other hand, takes place. It's basically based on the video game that's coming out, Gotham Knights. So Damian Wayne, who of course is Bruce Wayne's child, who's the Robin, the current Robin. Um, Bruce Wayne is murdered, and of course, some of the younger rogues gallery have been blamed for the crime. And so members of the Bat family, like younger members of the Bat family, as well as younger villains in Gotham, team up in order to find out who actually killed Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. That's what the entire video game's about. That's what this whole series is going to be about. And I'm honestly not. For fuck's sake, I mean, just do a goddamn Batman series for God's sake. I mean, that's all we really want. We want a fucking Batman TV series. Put it on HBO Max, make it a Batman TV series, and do it. We actually have a pretty decent Superman and Lois going on right now on the CW. I wish it was on HBO Max, but fucking just do a Batman series already. We don't need to do Gotham Knights, Batwoman, what else, Titans that you have on the periphery or anything like that. Do a fucking Batman series, like a proper fucking Batman series. That's all everyone wants. That's all we've wanted for a couple of decades now. Not something campy. Actually take it seriously. Do it from the comics. There, I'm off my soapbox. For fuck's sake. I don't care about Damian Wayne. Fuck Damian Wayne. Fuck Robin. You know? Just get rid of him at this point and give us a Batman series. It's really easy to do. If the WB execs would just pull their fucking heads out of their coke-laden asses, they could do it. But yeah. I don't want that old fucking fart as Bruce Wayne or Batman. Penn, no. They actually have to have someone who's competent as both an actor and younger, shall we say. I would even take Batman the fucking early years, like him, traveling around, learning his trade, learning all his skills and stuff like that. That's what you need. Someone who traveled with Zatanna's father, to learn how to become an escape artist. Someone who learned like the black arts from Jason Blood, from something like that. That's actually what we would be awesome. Honestly, then you can actually have a younger person play Bruce Wayne, like kind of what the WB wants. They want to bring in teenage crowds for some reason on all of this. And yeah, just do it that way. Fuck Pennyworth. Yeah, I would say that too. I'm in the second season or near the end of the second season of Pennyworth, and it's just repetitive now at this point. It's just the same shit over and over again. And quite honestly, if the people of Great Britain knew um, all the shit that Alfred Pennyworth had done to bring woe and misery onto their country, they would have strung him up from a lamppost a long time ago. Who should play Batman? Who should play a young Bruce Wayne? I'd have to think about that one, Penn. Yeah. So, yeah, and I mean, you could roll it into a Batman series after like season 3, something like that. You know, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Will you be doing is it worth my time for Pennyworth? I probably will. That might be my next one, Pen, since I'm almost done with season 2. I might just do that. And season 3 is supposed to be on the horizon, which is why it's now on HBO Max. Season 3 is coming to HBO Max. So Stanley says it seems that the weird stuff works best for DC. Shazam, Doom Patrol, Harley animated, the Suicide. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. It does. But that's because the WB execs don't care about that stuff. So the people that are hired on actually care about that stuff, and they are doing a better job than the people that are hired for like Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. Yes, and I said that. Yes, the all those three have been wasted properties, completely and totally wasted properties. You should be making multiple $billion off of those properties. Each movie should be making at least $2 billion for Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, which are the most recognizable superheroes on the face of the fucking planet. Yeah. Anyway, off my soapbox. Yeah, Gotham for what it was a fantastically shit show of a what did I put it? It was a dumpster fire on top of a train on fire that was getting ready to crash into a chemical plant that was on fire, that was getting ready to be hit by an atomic bomb. That's pretty much what Gotham was in a nutshell. Yeah, exactly, Stanley. If Gotham was, if you weren't listen, if you ignored the canon of it, and you're like, okay, this is not in any kind of DCEU or anything like that. And I think that's what the problem is right now with DC, with the DC movies, is that they don't have none of it matters, quite honestly. So you can have this Batman that's coming up with the Pattinson, and he's not the same Batman that Christian Bale, even though they exist in the same. They have Elseworlds, is what they are. They're different multiverses of the same character. So it doesn't make any difference if this one doesn't work out. Then a couple years down the line, they'll reboot it again with a different Batman, Bruce Wayne, if you will, a different actor and a different take on it. And whereas the MCU, the reason why it's so successful is because they've built a world around these characters. Everything matters to what's going on with these characters. If something happens in a different series, it is going to matter to those characters, and it's actually going to be referenced to those characters within their movies or their series. And that's where the difference is. That's really what it is, and it comes down to basic storytelling once again. If you have one person in charge, like a Kevin Feige like that can actually oversee all this stuff, keep it all together, which is a big juggling act, and actually have it done well, there you go. I'm just standing on my soapbox this morning, I guess, is what's going on. I guess maybe I struck a nerve with myself. And speaking of Titans, fuck me. Season 4 has cast Brother Blood, Mother Mayhem, and Jinx for season 4. Now, Mother Mayhem is actually um God, now I'm blanking on her name. Potente, Franca Potenta? Potente. There we go. Franca Potente, which she's a great actress. We haven't seen her in a lot of stuff lately, which is kind of a shame. But she's going to be playing him, and I was kind of surprised that she's coming in for season 4. And I'm like, all right. And what this also means is that it sounds like what they're going to be doing is bringing in Hive, or the Hive Academy, which is something that I said they should have been doing since the beginning, is bringing in the Hive Academy into Titans to make it better. But no, they're not doing that. Why am I still watching Titans, Stanley? For self-flagellation purposes, obviously. So, excuse me. Stanley says Franca Potente. Oh, wow, that is someone from that is someone from the past, but she actually has been doing other stuff as well. But yeah, that's the only reason why it would drag me back into a season 4, because season 3 was just yeah. So speaking of some of the stuff that actually does work in the DC universe, James Gunn is working on another Suicide Squad spin-off series for HBO Max. Yes, Peacemaker is like the most watched HBO Max show, I guess, right now. And I wonder if he's going to do Weasel next. If Weasel is going to be the next spin-off series, which would be funny, because if you watch the movie Suicide Squad and you stay to the very end of the credits, Weasel survived. Weasel isn't dead. Weasel got up and walked away, and I wouldn't put it past James Gunn to actually do that as a series. And he also says that there is a very good chance that Peacemaker gets a season 2 from HBO Max, considering that it is like one of the most watched HBO Max series right now. Yes, I know she's German, Stanley. I do know. I actually watched what was it? Not Go. Her first movie that she kind of was a breakout star in. Yes. That's the whole joke, Stanley, is Weasel is so disgusting. Have you not watched James Gunn movies? He works with what's disgusting and finds the comedy in it And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable comedy is what he works with. Run Lola Run. Thank you. Run Lola Run. That's what it was. Run Lola Run. Which is a great movie, by the way. If you haven't seen Run Lola Run, it's a classic movie because it's now over 20 years old, if I remember correctly. Um, yeah, there you go. You can always go and take a look and see where that's at. And I believe that's in German too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Run Lola Run was a good movie. Always get a chance to watch it if you can. Um, Dean Devlin, who of course wrote Independence Day. You remember Dean Devlin used to work with Roland Emmerich. They don't work together anymore. There's a good reason why. Go and search on the internet. You can find out why. Um, anyway, Dean Devlin is working on a series called The Ark, which has gotten a series order over at Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi. And the Ark is supposed to be taking place 100 years into the future, where Earth has sent out teams of ships called the Arks to colonize other planets. And one of these, the Ark One, suffers some kind of catastrophic damage to the point where, as they put it, everyone needs to be their best selves in order to survive. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. If it's written by Dean Devlin, I'll give it a chance. Dean Devlin is the reason why those disaster porn movies that Roland Emmerich used to make were good and fun, was because of Dean Devlin's scripts. The latest ones that he's done, like Moonfall and all that kind of stuff, yeah, that's the reason why they don't work anywhere. And yes, it is on Sci-Fi, so it's doomed. Anything that is touched by NBC Universal at this point that's sci-fi related is doomed. So, and they sent the B arc ahead. No, they didn't send the B arc ahead. This is the only arc that they have going on at the moment. Tom Tykwer is now making music for the Wachowskis. Is that one of the other actors from Run Lola Run? It honestly, it's been a while since I watched that movie. I just remember it was really good, and that time travel was involved, or some kind of time manipulation was involved. So I always forget that movie when there's time travel involved. That's the one you need to remember as well. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, he was the director. Got it. Yeah, there's a lot of directors that go off and do music and stuff like that. What's his name? Spike Jones, who did like the Three Kingsmen, or the Three Kings. George Clooney, Ice Cube, and I forget who else was in there. Oh, he actually stars in it. So he's actually a director. He's done some other stuff, like he did Where the Wild Things Are. He did the live action version of Where the Wild Things Are, which is a great movie too, by the way. But he actually does a lot of music stuff, is what he does. I don't think he does a lot of directing anymore, if I'm not mistaken. But Spike Jones is he was actually one of those directors from the 90s and early 2000s that was doing some interesting shit. So, yeah. June 2nd, The Orville New Horizons hits Hulu. So they released a, I guess, 2-minute trailer or something. It wasn't even a 2-minute trailer. It was one of the doctor's kids, the older kid from the doctor, running through the halls of the Orville as they are being shot at, and they're going through the war with the androids people. I can't remember what they're called. Honestly, it's been like 4 years since that fucking show came out anyway, or something like that. So he's literally just running through the hall as shit's exploding. That's pretty much what the promo is. And he ends up finding his younger brother standing inside the stateroom on the other. It sounds like he just kind of ran a big circle around the ship and then ran back. And they're in the room, and with them is one of the automatons, the android. And they think it's their friend, and of course it's not. He has teeth and or electronic teeth, which seem kind of stupid, but anyway, who knows? Stanley says Hitmonkey finally appeared on the D Plus Star Channel. Okay. It's up on okay, so that's how they did it over there. Got it. Stanley says, I wonder if the Orville will be on the D Plus Stars channel. Probably. It's on Hulu, so I mean, they're calling it a Hulu original, which roughly translated means only has one season left. And this is its last season. So this is because Seth MacFarlane has his own deal now with NBC. It's NBC, that's right. He's doing NBC stuff now. Ever since Disney took over Fox and they didn't want any more of his stuff, they kind of said politely, well, they really didn't even say politely to Seth MacFarlane. They just kind of ignored him. Oh, really? The Handmaid's Tale is not over on the D Plus Star channel. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Do you get Hulu over there at all, Stanley, or do you have to wait for it to come on D Plus Star? And by over there, I mean Europe. That's what we're talking about there. While we're waiting for an answer, the Boondocks animated revival series is dead over at Sony. So Sony supposedly killed it. It was going to be on HBO Max, so you can watch the first 4 seasons of the Boondocks, the animated series, on HBO Max. The first 2 seasons are awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great. Second 2 seasons, not so much. And for those of you who don't know what the Boondocks is, it's 2 kids, Huey and Riley, and it's a how should I say this? It's a observation of uh, class struggle within the United States. Let's just say that. And it's really fucking funny. It really is. But also very, 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 very astute in its observations. And some of the people they had voice in this stuff, Samuel Jackson's one of the voices or multiple voices in there. Ed Asner, John Witherspoon played Grandpa in there. Yeah, it's some really good stuff. Yeah. Hey, welcome, comrade. Comrade, you are now on a report to the overlords. So you are now going to be, let me see, unwanted commercial reports or spam. Thanks, motherfucker. Always get 1 or 2 of those a week somewhere around there. So, and for those of you watching the video at home, someone actually just tried putting spam in the comment, is what it was. They tried putting malware essentially in the comments, and basically what I do is I just report them. And it had a Russian, name or something like that. It was yeah. So anyway, for some reason, The Flash has been renewed for a 9th season over at the CW. I know they were talking to Justin Grant about him signing up for a 9th season, extending his contract out to that. So I guess that actually happened. And so now they've renewed The Flash for a 9th season, all to our dismay. The 8th season, I stopped watching. It's the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. I just, yeah. Yeah. There's a reason why people have been leaving this show. Some of the actors, the original actors, and things like that. Paramount Plus, this is the final thing I've got for you guys, by the way. So Paramount Plus has renewed Halo for a 2nd season, with the 1st season haven't even premiered as of yet. Big surprise, because Paramount Plus has nothing else to actually. All they have is Star Trek and Faux Trek and things like that. But still, there you go. Penn says probably because they don't have much other than the Arrowverse. Yeah. That new show Naomi just is garbage. I mean, complete and utter garbage. Yeah. I watched that first episode and it was horribly bad. I couldn't watch any more of it after that. and I've been seeing the synopsis for it, and it's just bouncing all over the place. It's like there's supernatural stuff, there's superhero stuff, and I'm like, okay, what's this show supposed to be about? Because I still don't know what the show's about, other than supposedly she has powers. That's all I know. But yeah, Stanley says that's still going. It must be going so fast I don't even notice it anymore. Oh, you watched the second episode as well? And it didn't get any. I'm not surprised, Stanley. Yeah, it didn't look good. It really didn't. And it's new stuff that isn't even based off of, DC Comics characters. So they have mentions of DC Comics characters in the side, whatever, but this is made specifically for the CW, and yeah, meh, meh. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Yeah, I mean HBO Max, those fuckers could actually work with a bunch of stuff, and I mean Static Shock. Uh, they keep saying, "Oh, there's no diversity in DC Comics," and blah. I'm like, you got Static Shock, motherfuckers. You can do that. That's actually some pretty good stuff there, and have done well. There's other stuff too. Anyway, I'm rambling now at this point. Rambling on. That's all I got for you guys news wise, and I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what the hell is going to happen with the Book of Boba Fett here at the end. With the season finale coming up, and I just want to say, there is so plug your ears if you haven't watched the Book of Boba Fett yet, because there is something I wanted to say. So at the very end of this last episode that happened, Luke gives Grogu a choice as to whether he wants to be a Mandalorian or a Jedi. I'm like, Luke, there's a third choice where he picks neither, where he says, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go off and do my own thing. I'm 50 years old. You're only 20, 25, something like that." I mean, that's what Ahsoka did. Ahsoka told the Jedis to go fuck themselves. She even turned out becoming a Jedi herself. She was still a Padawan when she did that. So there you go. Yeah, Stanley, I'm not a fan of Reach around. Jack Reach around? No. Um, there's a certain subset of Amazon Prime series where they're just they do mindless action series. It's fuck, what is it? Hannah is one of them. Jack Reach Around. Um, the one with Krasinski, the Clear and Present Danger one. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. There's that. Um, there's a couple others that are on there too, and pretty much all they are just mindless action series that are there. I don't know why they're there, quite honestly. They're just kind of garbage. It is very I'm a manly yeah, I know I'm a manly man. Yeah. I know the types. That's exactly what I said with all those other series that are out there. I know they won't bring back VD. Yeah, I know. Or JC. That's right, John Claude Van Johnson. That's the one they should be bringing back, quite honestly. And that one actually was fun. It was a lot of fun and had a lot of potential to it. And yeah, instead we get a whole bunch of just boring ass action shows. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of there really isn't a lot of prime stuff that I watch. I mean, now The Expanse is gone. Um The Legend of Vox Machina, yes, is interesting. That's good too. Popeye Pliskin says, "You see the Barris Ophi theory that she saved Grogu." Oh, that's interesting. That could be, I did not see that. I mean, there's all kinds of theories out there, Popeye. So I mean, there's not going to be. Unless they say it in the show, it never happened as far as I'm concerned. Stanley says Jack Ryan and Reach Around are typical dad shows. I'm just going to keep calling it the Jack Reach Around show because that's pretty much what it is. It's there to jerk you off. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail for that one, but still, I don't care. It's just a waste of my time, that show. It really is. I keep seeing the ad for it, and I like the actor. The actor is great. I mean, he was fucking Aquaman for God's sake in Smallville. Um, yeah, he was in that very short-lived series, Blood Drive, which was just fucking balls out wacko. And yeah, he's and also he was fucking Hawk from Titans. I mean, he was actually a good Hawk in that one too. So I like the actor. I just don't like the character or the content of it. It's just stupid. Popeye says they say you can see her crest in Grogu's. Oh yeah, the tattoo. So the tattoo of her order. So supposedly, so Barris Offee has a little symbol on her that is it's like three diamonds, and I forget what's above the fourth diamond. But that is supposed to be a crest of the order that she was a part of. And but there's also yes, the supposedly she has another order out there, another like Jedi order, if you will. And yes, there is theories out there that Grogu goes off and makes his own opposing Jedi order to Luke's at this point. So we'll see what. Again, why jump ahead at this point? Just sit there and watch. I mean, yes, you can theorize all you want. Doesn't make it true. I mean, I keep saying that Jackson's going to come back for the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett. For those of you who don't know who Jackson is, he's a 7-foot tall green rabbit that was in the Star Wars comics, who George Lucas hated with a passion. Yeah. Stanley says the guy in the Reach Around series is such a Hulk. I cannot understand how Tom Cruise could play. Yeah, 5 foot tall, nothing. Tom Cruise, I don't know either. Yeah, like I said, the actor is actually decent. He's a good actor. He was Hawk, like I said, in Titans. Hawk and Dove, and his death in that series was just fucked up too. It really was. But still. Yeah, they killed him off in that series so that he could do this Jack Reach Around show, which is just stupid, quite honestly. But anyway, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow I'm off. Tuesday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I might just do Pennyworth at this point, which is on HBO Max. Pennyworth seasons 1 and 2. Given that season 3 is supposed to be showing up on HBO Max as well, that's where they're going to do it there. Wednesday is going to be the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett, which we've been talking about here a little bit. Thursday is going to be Peacemaker, however you want to do it. Peacemaker. And Friday will be Resident Alien. Oh, and I got something about Resident Alien I'll tell you about too. And then Saturday, hopefully, with any kind of open house notwithstanding, will be Saturday morning blast off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. So Resident Alien, which I just did the last episode 2 for season 2, I did the review of, and in my Twitter feed, the actress who plays Judy, Jenna, I'm blanking on her last name at the moment, thanked me for the kind words I said about her character, which is Judy is my favorite character out of that show. And it was really kind of cool that she acknowledged, she actually watched it. She actually watched my rambling video, which I was kind of surprised because she had mentioned some stuff in there. And also Alice Wetterland, who plays Darcy also like that as well, which is kind of cool having the actors, you know, like what you're doing there. So, and also, I mean, just honestly, it's a fun show. It really is a fun show. If you haven't watched Resident Alien, go take a look at it. Season 1 is up there someplace. You can find it. It's a sci-fi show, but it doesn't have a lot of CGI in it, so that's the reason why it's lasted to a second season, and we'll probably get a third season as well. But yeah, good stuff. And Alan Tudyk is in it as well. He's one who stars in it. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna let you guys go for the rest of the day. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight or today in the chat. Thank you. What we got? It's cheap enough for sci-fi? Yes, it is. It's cheap enough for sci-fi. And thank you guys out there for watching this video. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, all those nasty videos, and try to match it as best as possible to one of my nasty videos in my vast video library and pop it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well before you go. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, what you should do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week just for you. I cook up some new fresh stuff. Cook up. There we go. I can't speak anymore. Cook up some fresh stuff just for you every week. And also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Tuesday. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get those booster shots as well, because it doesn't work without the booster shots. Might as well get the flu shot as well while you're at it. And stay safe out there, everyone. Thank you. I will see you again on Tuesday. Until then, have a good rest of your weekend. What's left of it. The little dog is down by my feet right now because she knows I'm signing off here, which she's a smart little bugger. Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your weekend. See you, everyone.